Okay, Coach. Well, with the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it, right out of the gate?
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. Throwing on first down, Flores. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Brandon, I won't go overboard here, but it looks like he's off to another nice start after what he did last week when he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And obviously a great start to the season, doing it in week 1. He's one of those guys we maybe had pegged for a big year, showing out so far.
Hey, you did say that to me in preseason. Looks like you're on target.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That goes for a gain of 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get out.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now a carry for White.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, ready? Get that ball, team. Let's get that ball. Where are they, team? H3-2-18. Chopper. 3. Box track.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. The open man is Smith. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. That's a 1st down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Right back to him on 1st down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Check 56. Hey, here we go.
On 2nd down, it's White. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now Mariota. This is White on the screen. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Undercross.
Flores. From the gun, he'll throw. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go, let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Check. Shift. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Nixon with a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd and 3. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Flores operating from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they try the right side here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Mariota on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
56 to Mike.
To throw again on second down. Mariota. Going right side here, and that's complete. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
36-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going right side is White. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mariota on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mariota on 4th down. Escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now Joe Mixon. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Mariota now from the 50. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike, 2 and 1. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
I got him. That's mine. I got him. 56 to Mike.
Mariota to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Mike, 56. Mike.
Mariota again. Looking for Clark. He's got him complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. Mariota now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Where are they, team? 3.
Mariota. He's got it complete to Clark. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's caught, Smith.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
56 the mark, boy. 56. Check.
Mariota now. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now here's Flores to throw on 3rd down. Airing one out for Boyd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
3 buzz.
Here's Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dwayne Smoot able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check 99. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check safety, check safety. Pop up, pop up.
Operating from the gun, Flores. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Flores. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Flores now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 at a 1st down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, check. One. Slam. 64, weak.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ricky. Check 66. Roll it.
And they give this time to the tailback. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Mariota to throw for it on fourth. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota. Wide open receiver complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Here we go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Mariota. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota, he'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mariota. That is caught inside the 5. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed. They definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw. Flores. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
To throw is Flores. Throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
They'll try the right side here with White. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Six guys. Recon, 132 fight. Kill. Kill. Turn up.
They go right back to White here on first down. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch it. Safety screaming.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Mariota, and this one complete to Smith. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw for Mariota. Flush to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown of the new season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to Mixon on first down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the ship. Back.
Mixon with it. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Flores on third down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Blue down.
Mariota to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Oh, three. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now Mariota. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call and a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Play.
Mariota. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here I come. Alert flare. Flare, they keep.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to take this all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent return to start overtime. So do they get crazy and attack the end zone and try and get the 6 points to end the game? Or do you just play it to where you kick the field goal and put the game in the hands of your defense?
80 weapon. Under 10. Under 10.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
You got track right there. Undercut, undercut, undercut. One.
On first down, Cummings. There he goes left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.